Good morning students. In the previous class we have solved some questions of this exercise 12b, and in today's class we are going to solve some more questions of this exercise. So I have written here the question number 3. Find the mean proportion between 3 and 27. Okay. I have written two questions of the question number 3. So the first question is 3 and 27. We have to find the mean proportion between 3 and 27. So what I am going to do, I am going to assume the mean proportion is x. So I am going to write here, let the mean proportion be x. Okay. So if the mean proportion is x, then this 3 is to x is equal to x is to 27. Here both the ratios are equal. So we can apply the rule of the proportion, and you already know about it. What is the rule of the proportion? Product of means is equal to product of extremes. Okay. So now we are going to write the product of means. So in this proportion, what are the means? This second term and the third term both are called means. So the second term is x and the third term is also x. So we are going to write here product of means. So x the second term into again x the third term, and it is equal to product of extremes, and you already know about it. The first term and the fourth term are called extremes. So I am going to write here the first term 3 into the fourth term 27. Clear? Now x into x is x square. Remember that x into x is x square, and it is equal to 3 into 27, and the answer will be 81. Clear? Now here we have got x square equal to 81, but we have to find the value of x. Why? Because we have assumed the mean proportion is x. Okay. So for the value of x, we have to remove this square, this 2. Okay. So when we remove this 2, this square, then we have to write the square root symbol on the right hand side. This is the symbol of square root. So again I am saying, when we remove this square, this 2, then we have to write this number under this square root symbol, and it is equal to square root 81. Clear? Now I am going to find the square root of this number 81. So for this I have to write the prime factorization of this number, that is 81. So here we are going to find the prime factorization of this number 81. So the prime number 3 will divide this 81, and the result will be 27. Okay, and again the prime number 3 will divide this 27 and the result will be 9. And again it will be divisible by this prime number 3 and the result will be 3. And then again this 3 is divisible by 3 and the result will be 1. So now we have got the prime factorization of this number 81, and it is equal to the product of all these numbers. Okay, so I am going to write the product of all these numbers in place of 81. So x equal to square root 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So I have written the product of all these numbers in place of 81. Here you can see that. Clear? Now what I am going to do, it is very important to understand because it is something new to all of you. Clear? So what I am going to do, I am going to make pair of the same prime factor here. Okay. Again I am saying I am going to make pair of the same prime factor here. So here you can see that this prime factor 3 and this prime factor 3 both are same. So here both will make a pair. Okay, and here also this prime factor 3 and this prime factor 3 both are same. So here again both will make another pair. Clear? Now after that what I am going to do, here you have to understand this very sincerely. Here I am going to write x equal to, for each pair I am going to write this prime factor only one time. Okay, so I am going to write this 3 only one time here for this pair, and again the another pair is here. So for this pair I am going to write this 3 only one time, and in this step I am not going to write the square root symbol. Here we have got the value of the square root of 81, and it is equal to 3 into 3, that is x equal to 3 into 3, 9. The square root of 81 is 9. So we have got the value of x here. Clear? So the mean proportion between 3 and 27 is 9. So I am going to write here, therefore the mean proportion between 3 and 27 is 9. Our answer is 9. Clear to all of you? Now I am going to solve the second question. We have to find the mean proportion between 0.06 and 0.96. Okay? So the same process we are going to apply here. I am going to write here, let the mean proportion be x. Okay. Now if the mean proportion is x, then 0.06, this number, is to x equal to x is to 0.96, this number. Clear? Now again we are going to apply the rule of the proportion, and it is product of means is equal to product of extremes. Okay, so we are going to write the product of means here. So in this proportion, this x and this x, the second term and the third term, both are means. So the product of means is x into x, and it is equal to product of extremes. Here the first term 0.06 and the fourth term 0.96, both are the extremes. Clear? So x into x, x square, I already told you about it. X into x is x square, and it is equal to 0.0576. Okay, we have got x square equal to 0.0576, but we have to find the value of x, not x square. So for this we have to remove this 2, this square. So I already told you about it. So when we remove it, then we have to put the square root symbol here, and we have to write this number under this square root symbol. 0.0576. Clear? Now if we find out the square root of this number, then we will get the value of x, and that will be our mean proportion. That will be the answer. Okay? So for this, what I am going to do, first I am going to write x equal to square root. I am going to change this decimal number into fraction. Okay, so how we will change this decimal number into fraction? Here after the decimal point, 4 digits are there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to write in the denominator 4 zeros, 4 digits are there after the decimal point. So we are going to write 4 zeros in the denominator next to 1. Okay, and in the numerator we are going to write only 576. 576. Clear? We will not write this decimal point in this place. Clear? Now I am going to find the square root of this fractional number, that is 576 by 10,000. Okay, so for this I am going to write the prime factorization of this 576, and the prime factorization of 576 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. These are the prime factors you will get if you find out the prime factorization of 576. Okay, 2 is multiplying 6 times and 3 is multiplying 2 times. Okay. and the prime factorization of this 10,000 is, you will get 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 4 times, and 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. It is also 4 times. These are the prime factors of this number 10,000. Clear? Now, what will be our next step? Our next step is to make pair of same prime factors here in this prime factorization and in this prime factorization also. So here you can see that this 2 and this 2 both are same. So both will make a pair. Here also, here and here, both are same. And in the denominator, the same, both are same. Here also, here and here. So in the next step, what I am going to write? I am going to write, for each pair, I am going to write the prime factor only one time. Okay. So for this pair, I am going to write this number 2 only one time, into, for this pair only one time, that is 2, and for this also we have to write 2, and for this pair I am going to write 3 only one time. Now in the denominator, for this pair 2, for this it is also 2, for this 5, and for this pair 5 I am going to write only one time. Only one time. Clear? So we have got the square root of this fractional number. That's why I have not written here the square root symbol. Clear? So x equal to 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2, 8, 8 3s are 24, by 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 5, 20, 20 into 5, 100. Here we have got 24 by 100, and again we are going to convert this fractional number into decimal number. So if you change this fractional number into decimal number, the result will be 0.24. Clear? So we have got the value of x, that is 0.24, and this is the mean proportion between the two number that is given in the question number 2. So I am going to write here, therefore the mean proportion between 0.06 and 0.96 is 0.24, and this is our required answer. Now I have written the question number 5 of this exercise 12b, and it is the ratio between 7 and 5 is same as the ratio between rupees x and rupees 20.50. Find the value of x. So in this question, two ratios are given, that is the ratio between 7 and 5 and the ratio between rupees x and rupees 20.50, and both the ratios are same, both the ratios are equal. So we have to find the value of x. Clear? So in the question, what is given? The ratio between 7 is to 5 is same, is equal to the ratio between rupees x and rupees 20.50. So we are going to apply the same rule of the proportion, that is product of extremes. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. So I am going to write here the product of extremes. Here the 7 and this 20.50, both are the extremes. 7 into 20.50 is equal to product of means, and here this 5 and this x both are the means. So 5 into x. Clear? So how we get the value of x? I already taught you about it. Here the number 5 is multiplied with this x. So we have to remove this 5. So how we remove this 5? By dividing 5 on the both side. Okay. So 7 into 20.50 by 5. Here on the left side I have divided this 5 is equal to 5 into x by 5. And on the right hand side also I have divided this 5. So here this 5 and this 5 will be cancelled, and on the left hand side when you divide this 20.50 by 5, then you will get the answer, then you will get the result is equal to 4.10. Okay, 4.10. So now 7 into 4.10 is equal to 28.70, and on the right hand side it is equal to x. So we have got the value of x. Clear? So I am going to write here, therefore x equal to 28.70, and this is our required answer. So we have solved so many questions of the exercise 12b. So in the next class we are going to start to solve the questions of the exercise 12c. Clear? Thank you.